Hi, what is up? Welcome to Radical Academy, and my name is Mike Wada, and this is the continuation from where we left off. That is under quadratic equations. So we are just taking a step further from where we left off. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also like. If you're watching from Facebook, follow my page, which is Learn with Mike Wada. And then also, if you're watching me from YouTube, please don't forget to smash the like button, as well as also share some of my videos to your friends, your classmates, and some of the people that you think my videos would actually help them. Okay, so now in this video we'll be looking at another example which we are talking about. An example which is also the second method which can be used to solve a quadratic equation. Okay, so just stick around, and we'll start by the other second method, which is taking the square roots. Okay, so that means we've got the quadratic equation that we can apply both sides of the equation. We can use now the square roots to remove the squares, and then we can be able to solve the values of x. Now, without much further ado, we'll begin by looking at, before we dive into the actual method, which is now taking the square roots of something or a quadratic equation. Now, I want you to understand that from what we did last time, okay, for those who have been following, if you are behind, I encourage you to go back and watch the introductory part of the quadratic equation using the method of factorization, so that you can come back to this video and be able to understand what is it that we are talking about. Now, I want to emphasize that some quadratic equations have got roots or solutions that can be referred to as double solutions, or just double roots. Okay, so now what we're saying is that some of the quadratic equation have got what is known as a double roots, or just a double solution, because they might give you some of the solutions that are of the same in terms of the sign, in terms of the number. If x equals to 4, and then the other x is also equals to 4. Now, I want us to look at the same example so that we can begin now to visualize, understand what is a quadratic equation and what we mean by when we say a double solution or a double root. Okay, so now I've got an example which is saying that x squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay, so now we are going to use first of all the factorization method, and then be able to solve and find the value of x. Okay, so just stick around and see how we can be able to solve that. Okay, so remember what we said was that under factorization, you find the product, you find the sum, as well as also the factors that you can use in order to come up with the sum. Okay, the numbers, two numbers that you can add in order to get the sum. Okay, so in this case, the sum, the product is in front, there is 1, and then so you say 1 multiplied by 16, and then after saying now 1 multiplied by 16, now you ask yourself, are there any other two numbers that you can multiply together also to give you 16? Of course, there are numbers like -4 multiplied by -4, you get 16, or also 4 multiplied by 4, you also get 16. Okay, 4 multiplied by 4, 16, 24. Okay, so now you get those numbers like -4 multiplied by -4, you get 16, as well as +4 multiplied by +4, you also get 16. Okay, that's a very kind of simple. We just want to see what we mean by double root, and also double solution. Okay, from there now you find the sum. So we looked at these examples that we're doing. If you are new to this channel, please I encourage you to go and check out my channel, which is called Radical Academy on YouTube. Also on Facebook, you can also check me out. My Facebook page is called Learn with Mike Wada. So I hope and believe that once you check out the videos, and then you'll be able to gain some of the key concept fundamentals that we talked about, and then you can also come back and then also check out this video, which will become very easy and simple for you to be able to get also what is going on here. Okay, so now the sum is this one. The sum is -8, and then the factors, now the factors, they come from the product, the list of the product, meaning is it 1 and 16, is it 4 and 4, is it -4 as well as -4. Okay, so now when you ask yourself what two other numbers from the list of the products, what two other numbers can you multiply, can you add together in order to get -8, which is a sum? Okay, so we have -4 plus open bracket -4, and this is going to give us -4 minus 4, then we are getting now 8. Okay, so now we have discovered that the two numbers that makes it, or that is making us to have -8 is -4 as well as -4. So our factors have been identified as -4. Okay, so those are our two factors that we have that we have identified and be able we have come up with. So these are the numbers that we are going to substitute where there is 8, and then we put those two numbers. Okay, so you get that. And then now what you do is you group them. Okay, so once you do that now, you factorize now. You say x is common. Then what is common there? You have -4. Then this into that x. Then -4 equals to 0. Okay, so now after you have done that, what you're supposed to do now is we have managed to factorize. So just a matter of now grouping the terms outside, as well as also you pick those that are inside now the bracket, because what that means is that these and this one and the other one, they are just the same. Okay, so you just you've got just to pick one, and then you also group this and that, you put it together. So this is going to be x, open the bracket, -4, and then x minus 4, and then you've got to equate it to 0 so that you can be able now to find what is the value of x. Okay, so now you remove the bracket, x minus 4 equals to 0, or x minus 4 equals to 0. So now you can see that this is going to be x equals to 4, or x equals to 4. Okay, so now that is those are the solutions that makes the equation valid, true, and then also makes the equation becomes, satisfy the equation. So the values of x are 4 and 4. So now when you get the same numbers, okay, in terms of the sign, in terms of the number itself, this is 4 and this is 4, and both of the numbers are positive. So just know that what you are getting is what is known as a double solution or a double root. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to show you how you can identify a double root as well as also a double solution. Okay, so that's it for this part. I wanted to clarify, but also I wanted to introduce to you now today's session, which is about taking the square root, okay, of a quadratic equation. Okay, so we are going to apply the square root on both sides of the equation, and then be able to make the equation become simple, and then simplify find the solution of a quadratic equation. Okay, so just stick around as we now dig deeper into the second method of solving a quadratic equation. Okay, so now let's see how that is done.